This is my 13th CAS reflection video, and in it I will be reflecting upon Middle School Orchestra UIL and how I worked collaboratively with others. So, as a fine arts student involved in band, theater, and orchestra, I know how big of a deal UIL is. It's the competition that all fine arts groups work towards success in throughout the entire year. And this year, Middle School Orchestra UIL was held at Anderson High School. And Mr. Frazier, our orchestra director, asked a few of us to volunteer as monitors for the program. And as a monitor, I was in charge of floating around with different orchestras and following them through their warm-up, their stage performance, and finally their sight reading performance. And I worked collaboratively with others by communicating with them as to what the group that I was working with needed, what they kind of their status in terms of how their time was looking as far as performances were concerned, and all that good stuff. So I worked with the other volunteers to ensure that all of the volunteers were on the same page in an attempt to run a smooth and painless contest. And I also worked with the directors of individual orchestras because I was their source of communication between anything and everything contest related. So if they had a student that broke an instrument during their warm-up time, if they needed to talk to Mr. Frazier about a conflict in a performance or anything like that, I, as their monitor, was the first one that they went to with that concern. So I worked with a ton of different directors from different schools to achieve good means of communication between two parties, and I also worked with the other volunteers to ensure a smooth and carefree contest throughout the day.